Agenda.
Agenda.
All right, next item on the agenda.
I am not an agenda.
Gives me a chance to speak with them free of distractions of producers who may have their own agenda.
So what's on the agenda?
What was the agenda?
议程日常工作事项
Aggressiveness.
Aggressiveness.
His whole manner suggests aggressiveness.
I've never known such aggressiveness.
There is no one who can match his strength, his endurance, or his aggressiveness.
You find his aggressiveness attractive, but I don't. He's...
You know, kind of aggressiveness when you deal with him, which I can certainly understand.
侵略
Agile.
Agile.
I'll have you know, Peter, that the duck is one of the most noble, agile, and intelligent creatures of the animal kingdom.
You'll be lighter, faster, more agile.
Pull out some agile provocateur business.
That started your agile young mind going.
You're supposed to be so graceful and agile.
敏捷的
Agnostic.
Agnostic.
I refuse to allow these agnostic scientists to employ this courtroom as a sounding board.
I told you I'm an agnostic.
That something is holy to the celebrated agnostic?
Yeah. You sound more like a mystic than an agnostic.
You're an agnostic.
不可知论者
Agonizing.
Agonizing.
The doctor says you're in agonizing pain, but you won't accept medication.
This is agonizing for the champion. This is an agonizing situation for Seth freaking Rollins to be stuck in. This is an agonizing situation for the original bro. This is an agonizing submission hold. It puts an incredible amount of pressure on your shoulder, on your elbow.
折磨人的
Agrarian.
Agrarian.
Could most aptly be characterized as agrarian pre-capital.
All right. I remember a long letter you wrote, Serena, about agrarian socialism.
I would have thought that you, of all people, would appreciate efforts to deconstruct the colonialist, paternalistic agrarian hierarchy that disenfranchises the Tanga Te Whenua and erodes the natural resources of Aotearoa.
Pros and cons of agrarian versus industrialized society.
We must first establish agrarian reforms before we proceed to equalize the social classes.
土地的
Agronomist.
Agronomist.
A distinguished Victorian scientist, agronomist, freethinker.
Not every day you find a fourth-generation farmer who also happens to be an agronomist.
农艺师
Airborne.
Airborne.
Airborne fire breather.
Canines remain immune to airborne strain only.
I bet what we just heard were airborne patrols sent to hunt down the remaining signs of life.
It's looking to go airborne.
Then once you're famous, airborne, you gotta keep doing it in the same way.
升空的
Airfare.
Airfare.
And I appreciate your persistence, and I thank you for coming all the way down here, but I really wish you'd have saved yourself the airfare.
I need airfare to get home.
We will, however, not be able to refund your airfare.
Well, he's only paying for his airfare.
White man hating demagogues airfare.
飞机票价
Airspace.
Airspace.
He's mad enough to brave this airspace.
Los Angeles Airport restricted airspace.
Military airspace.
The captain has informed us that we've entered Iranian airspace.
3 undocumented ships are approaching Elysium airspace.
空域
Airtight.
Airtight.
Even if we could make it airtight, we'd be trapped in a house losing oxygen, obviously.
I want you to go back over your work with a fine-tooth comb and make sure it's airtight.
It actually means our security here in the U.S. is so airtight they wouldn't even think about breaking in.
We need an airtight case.
With Riddell having slipped into a coma after the fight, and Garson uncovering my mom's affair with him, suddenly that gas gauge theory went from circumstantial to airtight.
气密的
Albeit.
Albeit.
And then we got used to her being a mum, albeit not a very good or even safe one.
Are based on the idea that music is a language, albeit a secret one. And in this way, holy.
What better excuse can we give them but that one of our order, albeit a novice, publicly insults one of them?
May I mention services this community's mayor, albeit admittedly a largely titular position.
On the lighter side of things, seems that the crew responsible for the demolition of the Old Bailey wanted to give the old girl a grand, albeit improvised, send-off.
尽管
Albino.
Albino.
Charlie, Irene, the guys, even that nice albino fella Whitey.
How would he know if it's an albino?
Squeaks when you press the albino.
It's the albino turd himself.
For the albino, I think.
白化病者
Alchemist.
Alchemist.
But I'm an alchemist and therefore immortal.
He's the only one who knows where the alchemist orb is.
Never met an alchemist before.
The local alchemist.
And one day, a hero rose, a great alchemist.
炼金术士
Alchemy.
Alchemy.
And his work on alchemy with his partner, Nicholas Flamel.
It's like the words algebra, alchemy, alcohol.
Poor old Newton pushed into secrecy in alchemy.
Psychiatry is like alchemy.
The creation of the stone was the goal of alchemy, which was an early form of science which studied transformation in all its forms. And my father was...
炼金术
Alderman.
Alderman.
She comes in state, no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman.
As an alderman, he took me everywhere.
I love the Irish sun, but higher than alderman you shall never climb.
Quaint old aldermen and ancient farmers.
Yes, alderman.
市政委员会委员
Alertness.
Alertness.
Forced alertness, suggesting the killer wanted the victim fully conscious during each limb removal.
It's all right, thanks to the alertness of our rodeo clowns.
State of high alertness.
You must try to live the holy rule, not day by day, but minute by minute, in a state of constant alertness against imperfections.
You will maintain a constant state of suspicious alertness, and one day soon, Saddam Hussein is going to regret pulling this sorry shit.
警戒
Algorithm.
Algorithm.
But I am, because I haven't told you where he's assembling the algorithm or when.
Get the other sections of the algorithm to the hypocenter.
I was using an algorithm.
If you had known what the algorithm was, would you have let it fall into Sertor's hands?
So Sator won't get the algorithm.
算法
Alias.
Alias.
And I suggest you make my alias somebody worth kidnapping.
For what it's worth, it's an alias.
It sounds like a fake alias, some crazy name.
Major Smith, are you aware that Louis Payne boarded at the Surratts under an alias, claiming to be a Baptist minister from Baltimore named Wood?
Well, she may have used an alias.
别名以化名为人所知
Alibi.
Alibi.
Cookout at the Alibi.
Gotta go take a shower and go to Alibi and open up.
Hey, is the Alibi hiring?
I've been watching the clock, counting the minutes till I can open the Alibi and watch Frank drink his way through someone else's liver.
Well, I hate to break up the party, but Eli has an alibi.
不在犯罪现场为辩解
Alight.
Alight.
And here in Castle Anthrax, we have but one punishment for setting alight the grail-shaped beacon.
First thing we've got to do is get this fire alight.
He says Meru soaked rags in gasoline and pushed them down villagers' throats and set the rags alight.
I half expected you to alight on the church and forbid my vows on my wedding day.
Savage killing spree, town officials were torn apart by the mobs before the bodies were set alight.
落下点着的
Alkaline.
Alkaline.
If your blood's abnormal, if it's too acid or alkaline, Andromeda can't survive in the body.
Mildly alkaline in content?
Not too acid, not too alkaline.
Shallow alkaline lakes and lagoons swarming with microscopic life.
So you have your alkaline metals.
碱的
Allay.
Allay.
Allay the situation.
Desire not to allay my rages and revenges with your colder reasons.
I'm just trying to allay Senator Duvall's fears that we might act peremptorily.
In that case, to allay suspicion.
You will assure the Queen of my patience and continued affection, to allay any suspicion in regard to our plans.
使平静
Allegation.
Allegation.
An allegation apparently taken seriously enough to warrant a church investigation into the house.
He just provoked my witness with an outrageous allegation.
Have you heard this allegation?
Serious allegation, that is.
The other defendants have made an allegation against you.
断言
Allege.
Allege.
And during this period that you allege you observed these men involved in racketeering and other crimes, you were under the influence of heroin?
As to get the judge to make him talk,
We just have to allege kids breaking the law in some way.
If we are running around frantically trying to flush the drugs, then we can't allege, even though it's true that we didn't know they were here. They're going to find us holding them, or maybe that's...
What did she allege?
Which you now allege to have lost so innocently?
宣称
Allegiance.
Allegiance.
Confess all and swear allegiance to the king that he might show you mercy.
How can I go back to school after that and pledge allegiance to the flag and sit through good government bullshit?
I don't care about the man's allegiance.
I pledge allegiance.
Where does my allegiance lie if not here?
忠贞
Allegory.
Allegory.
Did you ever see such an allegory of grace and beauty?
Let's have ourselves an allegory.
The entire Bible is mostly myth and allegory with maybe some basis in historical events.
Well, it's an allegory, really.
Your subtle understanding of allegory and illusion.
No, stop it.
预言
Alleviate.
Alleviate.
A psychic shock which creates an almost overwhelming tension which the person in shock must alleviate.
A way to alleviate suffering.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the...
Nothing has happened to alleviate the crisis.
What do you mean, alleviate the situation?
减轻
Alleviation.
Alleviation.
Captain fancies alleviation from all of the willies that drive him to drink.
Alleviation of human suffering has been the motivating force behind this work.
Your father has met an untimely alleviation of existence.
减轻
Alley.
Alley.
Find out what's so special about the alley at Pearl and Phillip Streets.
He's taking a leak out in the alley.
All right, take us down a dark alley and just beat the hell out of us.
It's the alley.
You don't hear Jolson from across the alley?
小路
Alligator.
Alligator.
Alligator from a lightning storm. Hopper Frog sprang off the rock, leapt above Grumpy's head.
I want to get some alligator shoes.
See you later, alligator.
So what was the story about that alligator?
Was that an alligator?
短吻鳄
Allowable.
Allowable.
And during the day, you can switch it off and save electricity. And you can claim it as reasonable wear and tear under allowable professional expenses under paragraph 335B.
Yes, I follow. But you see,
I routinely twist maximum allowable torquage.
I sentence you to the maximum sentence allowable.
I'd say he's about 50 pounds over his maximum allowable weight.
I've known since the train that we weren't liable to find him.
允许的
Allure.
Allure.
Do not underestimate love's allure, Marco.
I think my complete lack of allure already kind of shot that horse in the face.
You don't get the allure of this place.
Would serve as a kind of allure for other franchises, if you will.
You have to do it while you still have some allure left.
引诱魅力
Illusion.
Illusion.
By some illusion, see, thou bring her here.
Everyone talks of it, but indirectly, by allusion.
Maybe, madam, I'm hesitating to acknowledge an unintended allusion.
Now, you've heard the judge make allusion to those who advocate voting and eating and marrying and sleeping with Negroes.
That's some allusion to how it was your fault.
提及
Alluvial.
Alluvial.
Chemically flawless. Blue diamond alluvia.
It's alluvial, sedimentary, volcanic soil.
The master psalm at Alluvial said something similar once.
The meandering Mississippi as it found its way back and forth across a great alluvial plain.
These hills are alluvial.
冲击的
Almanac.
Almanac.
He knew because he had all the race results in the sports almanac.
I looked it up in the almanac.
He was in the time machine because Biff was in the time machine with the sports almanac. Sometime today, old Biff will show up to give young Biff the almanac.
You both remember Mr. Almanac?
年历
Almighty.
Almighty.
By the power vested in me by Almighty God and the great state of Illinois, I now pronounce you man and wife.
By God Almighty, that is a pretty speech.
I give love to the Almighty Lord for his blessings.
Victims of the Almighty Sarlacc, His Excellency hopes that you will die honorably.
Would you be willing to swear before a judge and jury, having placed your hand on the good book and taken an oath before Almighty God himself?
万能的
Almond.
Almond.
Add a little almond milk, add a little blueberry, a coconut milk.
Mocha bars with an almond glaze and lemon chiffon cake.
He hides his almond cookies on the top shelf.
Then a honey almond body scrub.
We have blueberry, raspberry, ginseng, sleepy time, green tea with lemon and honey, liver disaster, ginger with honey, ginger without honey, vanilla almond, white truffle, blueberry chamomile, vanilla walnut, constant.
杏仁
Almonds.
Almonds.
Alan, enjoy your almonds.
I think it's got almonds in it. So.
Look, free almonds. Go.
The wound is beginning to smell a little like almonds.
This year, our chef wished to dedicate in your honor an ancient recipe of a Renaissance dessert made of shrews cream and bitter almonds.
杏树
Aloof.
Aloof.
As always, your entrance is proud and aloof.
At the same time, I wouldn't want them to be too aloof either.
Great, listen, I know you play mysterious and aloof just to avoid getting hurt.
A minute they're being aloof, and the next thing they want you to drop everything.
You seclude yourself in Connecticut, acting out the part of the aloof artist, and no one can get near you.
远离的远离
Alphabetical.
Alphabetical.
Not alphabetical.
Room assignments are alphabetical.
Shouldn't it be alphabetical?
Somebody stuck his blades in all his major organs in alphabetical order.
The first in alphabetical order is Tracy Flick. Tracy.
依字母顺序的
Alpine.
Alpine.
Alpine Drive?
I didn't put you in Alpine Grove.
Next stop, Alpine, Texas.
Ski jumping is probably the most spectacular of all the alpine disciplines.
Yeah, her family has the big place up on Alpine Drive.
高山的
Altar.
Altar.
Found out that my cousin, who's like a sister to me, got stood up at the altar.
He should lay his hand upon its head, slaughter it, empty its blood on the base of the altar, and he...
Never knew an altar boy who didn't have something hidden somewhere.
If you change your mind at the altar, just pass out.
The day Corinne and I got married, at the altar, you told me you were in love with her.
圣坛
Alteration.
Alteration.
All elementary and high school curriculum shall teach the non-changeist view of history, emphasizing continuity over alteration.
An alteration.
Physical alteration, augmentation.
The admission of a duplicate document in preference to an existing original must presuppose the possibility of alteration and so must be disallowed.
Then perform without any alteration from the norm, and after which, unlike other clients, and the most honorable status, for example.
变更
Altercation.
Altercation.
After an altercation following the disastrous reveal earlier this afternoon of the senator's connection to Mexican drug kingpin Rogelio Torres.
Network.
According to recent reports,
I asked him in my capacity as his departmental therapist about his altercation with Lieutenant Nilsson.
It's about an altercation you had yesterday with a Marcus Carter.
Witnesses at the party stated that there was an altercation and gunshots.
I did have an altercation with a few boys at lunch today.
争论
Alto.
Alto.
Does he look like he works out at Valley Total Fitness in Palo Alto, California?
Let's see if you're an alto, a soprano, or just watch too many episodes of Glee.
Listen, that trip to Palo Alto, when does he leave?
Palo Alto. The FBI says the fingerprints found in the embassy car match those taken from the office of a government researcher found murdered earlier this week in Palo Alto.
拟低音
Altruism.
Altruism.
An attack of total altruism from a litigator.
I didn't realize your motivation was altruism.
I need you to stop it with the phony altruism and concern for my career.
To comprehend human altruism and common decency, blah, blah, blah.
What does altruism mean, Matt?
利他主义
Altruistic.
Altruistic.
My intentions are altruistic.
My motives are not entirely altruistic.
Perhaps this was his final altruistic gesture to unite the world in some common goal.
Then I went to Chuck's and witnessed her give the world's most credible altruistic excuse.
Well, that's most altruistic.
利他的
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Aluminium powder mixed with permanganates of potash.
I asked for aluminium.
The marvelous thing about this is that it's all held together with a lattice work of aluminium and carbon fibre.
The tub in this is a blend of carbon fibre and aluminium, which is easier to repair.
Yes, I tried the aluminium, but it just did bend like tissue paper.
铝的
Alumni.
Alumni.
Except for the time she got drunk at the alumni dinner.
He never comes to the Yale alumni dances anymore.
I had placed some calls to local alumni of the schools you're interested in, but unfortunately, all the interviews are taken.
I thought they only sent us to successful alumni.
We're trying to track down some star alumni.
校友 PL